As a dungeon master, how do I get more practice running parts of the game? Just like that. You practice. You pull out the book, you sit at the table, you put some pennies or dice on the map, and you start rolling combat. You start rolling the dice to figure out, did this hit this creature? I put goblins up against kobolds. I don't even have to create characters. I have stat blocks galore out of my monster manual. I can see how they work together. I can see how the different stat blocks and the abilities actually affect the battlefield. And I can roll the dice to see what hits what. Looking at ACs helps me find stats. You don't have to put a party on the floor. You can put monsters against monsters. You can create your own characters and see how those abilities work. When I was first starting, 90% of my play was actually solo. I was young when I started playing, so I didn't have a whole bunch of people to actually play with. And I wanted to dungeon master and not so much be a player. I would play, but I never got a chance to DM for probably the first 5 years that I was playing the game because I was young. But I would sit in my room late at night when I should have been asleep, and I would actually record myself in combat doing this. And I wish I still had the tapes of those. Actually, I'm glad I don't have the tapes of those recordings. But I would play, and I would play, and I'd roll the dice, and I'd see how the hit points work, and I would see how to hit work, and I would see how their abilities work, and I would just basically do mock combat with monsters. And then I started creating my own characters, and I would put them on the floor, and I would learn how they would work. And it's amazing how much your understanding of the game grows as you are doing these things in person, even if you're doing it solo, because you can see the mechanics of the game actually work. So that's what I did. So I hope that